Okay, I think we're live. Maybe, maybe not. There's no video. I'm going to assume we are. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. It is I, Rookzer0. I don't know why I said it like that. That was weird. Yeah, welcome back. It's the draw. It's your suggestion today. So we're gonna get some things to draw. Pop the chat out here. Get this actually moving. I'm in the voice channel chat today. I am in the live stream. Maybe new, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I think we're set up. Turns out that YouTube is now trying to add the raid function, even though they still can't save my settings, so I have to set up the stream every time. So that's fun. So thank you, YouTube, for not focusing on the right stuff. But it works for the moment, so we'll go from there. Hoping for the best. I'm going to start off today with some... Those copycats, right? Yeah, exactly. Today we're going to go ahead and do rugby. I'm going to draw rugby. Because I always draw rugby first thing in the morning. I feel like I need to start branching out with rugby, though. I usually have him facing one direction. We need to see what else we can do with the rugby. I do really like him being kind of chunky. Rugby's our little mascot here, so we'll get this started while people show up. We'll see what happens today. I request a 3-headed armored dragon. Okay. We'll do a dragon. Get a piece of paper here. Okay. So we'll get rugby going. Rugby in the band. That's not a serious suggestion. Good, because that doesn't sound very D&D-esque. And also, fan art. So I wouldn't do that anyhow. Gotta run to work. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by. Get that a-going. Let's see what else we can do here. Alright, let's get rugby drawn. We'll draw some dragons today. We'll see what else happens. Maybe we'll jump over to Twitch today, I'm not sure. Right, thank you. May I suggest a deep gnome druid? Absolutely, you can. Deep gnome. I don't know, just 20 push-ups, because that's the way we do it here. Oh, jeez. I was talking to some streamers. I might have to get a cam for my push-ups. All right. Gotta stay healthy. That's the plan. Gotta stay healthy. Gotta stay healthy. Gotta do push-ups. Gotta keep working. You're not streaming on YouTube. The title screen's still up. Well, dang it. Dropping the ball. There we go. There we go. Thank you for prompting me that. Howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's do, what do we think? Lower ears today? Yeah. Yep. That's what we're doing. Let's get something like this going. We'll do a leg like this. And a leg like this. I really like drawing rugby. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Absolutely. Simple characters are pretty fun. It was a live stream thing, yeah. We can something Jonas and I just kind of goof them up until rugby just kind of existed. I think it took 2 or 3 episodes of us just goofing around. Long-nosed goblins or short? Nibby, is that a suggestion or a question? Because I'm into short-nosed goblins, but I do know the style you're talking about. I like the Pathfinder goblins. The Pathfinder goblins are pretty funny. Lipless goblins, that's fair. Rugby's little feathers here. Some toes in here. Question. Oh, it's a question. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Nebby. I like the Pathfinder short-nosed goblins. There are the classic like long-nosed kind of Warcraft goblins. Those are fun. I tend to use the little longer nose idea for like hobgoblins and stuff. Just accentuate the face a little more, but I give kobolds very long noses, yeah. Mr. Sai, welcome. Corvus, welcome. All right, let's start this dragon. I have the animation done. If you haven't seen the animation, check that out. Just a big old frog. A little spiky lizard, yeah. I didn't make the squeak noise. I was trying to make the squeak noise. That's how I draw most of my kobolds. I love the bearded dragon. The bearded dragons are great design. I do bearded dragons for. I guess I do bearded dragons a lot more for lizard folk, and then I kind of do like crocodiles for kobolds. That's kind of my aesthetic. Kobold alchemist, yeah, we can do that, but I don't see why. Well, it's fantasy, so you can do whatever you want. Half-orc sorcerers. We can do that. Sork. Ice armor. Yeah, we can figure something out with that. An icy mage. Half-orc. I'm down for that. Alright, so we got that. We got a kobold alchemist. We got a deep gnome druid. And I gotta make this 3-headed armored dragon. I don't know how I'm gonna make it armored, though. I'll just give it like a weird breastplate. Whoops, that's just gonna look like a regular dragon. What if we make it like a space marine? We give it like a like a space helmet. Welcome, welcome. Let's do this. Ooh, my drawing dragons today is not great. There we go. Okay, that's the snoot I want. Ooh, maybe we should do something like horse armor. That might work. Just kind of like covers the top of the face. Let's do a little eyeball here. Do like some armor plating on the back here like this. I'm forgetting all of my volumes. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Okay. Yep. I would, yeah. Anytime you have a centaur, it's anything that would work while mounted. Generally, I think they should have that. Centaurs with lances, super good, super powerful. Yeah, it's another monstrous race, so they have a really high RP value. It's a race point value, not a role-playing value. I mean, I assume they have a high role-playing value, but... And there's a lot of contention about, like... I mean, partially because there's just not a lot about centaurs. I've seen a lot of people argue that they're hyper-intelligent, and I've had a lot of people say that they're not, and it's like, whatever. It doesn't really matter. At that point, if you're playing a PC, you know your intelligence is going to be based on your rolls anyways, so... So I always look at it like minotaurs, being that they are monstrous. They're not supposed to be... The only human aspect of them is that they have like a human shape on the top. But they're still going to be super buff. They're still horses, mostly. So, do they have 2 stomachs? All right. Well, what's the mounted fee thing? Because maybe I don't understand your question. Yes, I would allow that. If you're taking a feat to do it, yeah, I think so. I think that's fine, because basically the idea of that is that you are super nimble and able to control your mount better. I think the centaurs should be able to do that pretty naturally. So if you're just taking a feat to add to that, yeah. The other reason behind me allowing that would be that with the mounted feat, your horse is making a will save, and you're making a will save. That's interesting. That's interesting, because the idea here is that the horse has a crappy will save, but it's relying on you to keep it safe. Like, you're controlling it and saying, like, oh, watch out for that, right? So if you're protecting yourself, I think your base stats are going to be generally better than that of a mounted horse anyhow. So I don't know if you need it. But if you take a feat for it, sure. A feat for evasion, that's legit. Yeah, but that defeats the need for that. So. Yeah, they're super scary. Centaurs are super scary. That's why a lot of DMs don't allow them to be played. Yep, that's the. Have you ever played a Cavalier, Goldtooth? Yeah. Cavaliers are real stupid because it's like, oh, I have a lance, and if I'm on a mount, I get ×3 damage on criticals, and my crit range is huge, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and hop on my horse and one-shot that dragon. It's like, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, they're super fun, super powerful. You can do a lot with like the paladins and their mounts to rebuild them in D&D, but I really like them. I think they're a lot of fun. Could you do a Goliath Chief Barbarian? Goliath. Interesting. That's interesting. Can a paladin just like define their steed as any steed? Oh, chef. I thought it was a chief. He had a blue dragon he summoned. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I could see. I'd probably allow that for my party members to let them. Yeah, I've done stuff like that in the past, so I don't see why not. But I am curious about paladins doing that. I don't know if they can use any steed or if they're supposed to have their specific steed. Let's do this. We'll just give him a little more chunky legs in the back. And a tail. Let's go like this. Do that. See if I can do this. I think I'm almost done with this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of deciding when homebrew is allowed is just you really need to let your DM know how you're doing it, and we'll go from there. Because, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's none that really matters. Yep, that's a good reason not to do that. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna call this dragon done. It's a little bit of a... Three-headed dragons. That's a weird one. You know, I haven't drawn that before. I'll try that some other time again. I think I made him a little bit of a dinosaur, but partly a hydra. I guess, yeah, a hydra's a specific three-headed dragon, right? I guess it only had one head to start with. Let's do this. Spell Find Steed. Okay, let's see. You summon a spirit. Yeah, okay. So that's that. So with Sarah, welcome, Larking, great. Yeah, Corvus posted the Find Steed. So with Paladins, I think you just summon like a magical steed, but in Pathfinder, I think you have to find a steed and then like spend time creating it, turning it into your mount, and then if your mount dies, you have to basically do that again. Kind of like the old Find Familiar spell, where you have to, or the Summon Animal Companion spell. I think that's kind of how it works. Yeah. So. Yep. All right, what are we doing? Deep Gnome Druid. Well, he just... I mean, like I said, if your DM says that that's okay. And I would probably allow it myself. But, yeah, he's basically just getting away with not having to cast that level 1 spell. That's the benefit he's gaining by saying that you're doing. But since you cast a polymorph spell, that's why I'm like, yeah, that's probably fine. Like, if you two are agreed to do that, then you're still spending a higher spell slot to get the same effect. So, that's whatever. That's not what gnomes look like. How do gnomes do? What was that? What was that game where you rode around on a dragon with a giant flail? I can't remember. It was like a PS2 exclusive. No, it was PS3 because it had the 6-axis. That was the whole gimmick, and it was terrible. Lair, that would have been Lair. Goliath Wizard. Thank you, Serpsaurus. We'll keep that wizard going here in a little bit. I have huge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. That's a good deep gnome. I don't make my characters chunky enough. I think I need to work on some chunk. I would make you roll Constitution saves for just dying from whiplash. That would be. And at the end of the day, why not just have just have a regular Morning Star? Like, what's the benefit of having a whole character just holding onto the chain? I really like those, Bri. I like that giant beard. Yeah, I'm usually on board for a lot of these weird things, but I think that's a little excessive. Using someone as a weapon is one thing, but like, yeah, I do like the idea of like tiny grapple creatures, because like I made Pummel. Pummel was my one of my goblins who was a grapple barbarian, and the idea was that people could just huck him at things, and then he would just grab them. Like that was the whole. He was just a fastball special into a bear trap was basically just like rah. But I mean, he didn't have to be thrown. He could just run up and jump on people's faces. That was the whole bit. And then if you have with Pathfinder, you could have what is it? Big head, sharp teeth, I think. You could grapple people with your bite attack, and then since you're just holding them with your mouth, you can still attack them with your claws. So he would just bite people and then just like cat, kick, and scratch. That was the whole kit. I think if he got flung around on a chain, he might just be dead. I think it would just kill him. but yeah, I like some of those things. I think the ball and chain is a bit excessive. Biting, yeah, the D&D Beyond with the grappling grung. Yeah, I've seen that too. The Gripply is really funny. I had somebody play that type once, and the funny thing they said was like, okay, now that I'm grappling them, I want to try to get my hand in their mouth. And it's like, oh, come on. Because I'm just trying to get the poison on them. It's like, that's not appropriate. Yeah, it seems same thing, I guess. Except silver's not their body parts, which is also weird. Anyways, changing subjects. There we go. Little bit of lip going on there. Snivlins. How do you say this? Snurf? Is that Snurf Nivlins? Verf for Snivlins. SVIRF, is that right? If you know how to pronounce this, let me know. Let me know in the chat. I want to do a deep dive into a giant's mouth. Oh, that's not appropriate. Wild blades. I do like the idea of people like purposefully getting eaten by dragons. I think that's pretty funny. I had actually Cavalier, the same Cavalier, got eaten by a dragon, and they just like stabbed his way out, and it's like, or not a dragon, but a T-Rex. Yeah, that was weird. Close enough. Giant lizards. Kind of, yeah. Except the whole point was that they, yeah, basically, Scanlan Vax, they did the same thing. It's good. It's all good. I want to make his hands bigger. I think his hands need to be... He needs to be a druid, too. I need to make him like a stone druid, is what I'm thinking. How can I make him a stone druid? Your DM is... Who is your DM? We need to talk to your DM one of these days. Like, get into the mind. I don't. I mean, I guess if you're saying about being on the other server, I haven't really talked to anybody over there, so I probably should. I'm really bad about that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't jump on too many other servers that aren't. Nothing? It's just... Well, I think if a Tarrasque is fighting somebody... I don't know if anyone can force a Tarrasque to do anything. Still, very... Yeah. That seems legit. Love the thought of a Luxodon being a merchant. Change your suggestion to a black tabaxi arcane trickster that is homeless. Sleazy Luxodon merchant. Circus one. Jack, welcome. He'd remember all the deals. Never forgets. Oh, let's see. What was the Goliath Barbarian Cook? How about a sorcerer up to go with the Goliath Barbarian Cook? Bartender. Bartender sounds funny. Actually, I like that a lot. Yeah, we'll do a sorcerer elf. Elf bartender. Goliath wizard. We're going to change to... I kind of want to do the tabaxi. But the elephant is a funny idea. How do I make this a druid? Let's just have like a tree growing out of his back. I think that's where we're going to go. A little bit of some brambly bushes here. I think we should spend the rest of the day not using words like most and all and other people. Let's do that. Let's do this. On a day where we talk about what we're drawing. That's what I want. I haven't had that in a while. Help me out, people. What should this druid Sir Niblin have? I'm gonna give a little more of a. Just give him like flowers in his beard. Maybe mushrooms? Yeah, we could do like a mushroom. Oh, how about a little mushroom on his head? Yeah, I wanted to do like the root system coming out of his arm here, so we could continue that. Like, I want like tree branches or roots growing out of rocks. That's what I think I want for the aesthetic. Instead of a wig, he's got a bird's nest. What's the underground equivalency of a bird's nest? A rat nest? Yeah, but he's not like a rock underground druid. He's an animal druid. That's why he's got a bird in his beard. oh, okay. No, I got this now. We'll put a mole. Put a little. That doesn't look like a normal. This is 3 diglets. He's just got 3 diglets in his beard. Yeah. Pretty fun. Yeah, I do like that though. A bug hive? Ooh, a bug hive. Gemstone sounds cool too. Let's do that. I like the gemstone idea. I'm gonna put some diamonds up in his grill here. That's funny. Not what I meant to say, but still funny. Give him some like, yeah. There we go. Put a big. Maybe his beard doesn't need anything. Like, I thought it would be funny, but maybe it just needs some good texture. That's probably all it needs. And we'll darken the bottom of it. Like candy peppermint or like the color peppermint? Gotcha. Little gem beads. Did you slay it? Right. All right, and we're gonna put some dangly bits over here. We'll do that. Maybe we'll put a spider web. Spiders are a deep underground thing. Ooh, I like that idea actually. That it's just like a spider druid. That is not how spider webs work at all. I don't know what just happened. All right, I think that's about where I'm going to call it for this. I'm going to give him a big club, though. I think that'll be fun. One of these. And we'll do like kind of one of these big rocks on a stick. And we'll put a spider on it. It's not how spiders work. Why can't... What's up with me today? Forgetting everything I ever knew about spiders. That's weird. All right. Speaking of which, I need to go build a thing for my shed so the spiders don't get in. Okay. And then I don't think the efficiency matters if you forget that you have it. I think anything can be a fine mount, and just gotta, use it. All right, there we go. That's my rock. I don't like this pant thing. We'll come back to it sometime. That's good. I think we're gonna stop there. I gotta move on. I got a whole bunch of suggestions today. Gemstones, Bug Hive, Trio. Maybe instead of shoes, little rat carrying him around everywhere. That would have been pretty funny, Syrup. Actually, just like a pack of rats carrying around the Sir Niflin. A deep gnome. All right, we got a kobold alchemist. This one's gonna be fun. This one is gonna be great. So I could do my traditional kobolds, which I think are fun. Little horns, which is really yeah. I think they have a pretty good bonus to it, too. Yep. Cool. They make good alchemists. They make good tinkerers. They make good... what's the other one? Artificers. Yeah. I would definitely allow a kobold alchemist bonuses to making, like, explosive traps, or... if they wanted to just incorporate any of their alchemical stuff into trap making, I think that would be perfect. Like glue traps would be really funny, or smoke bomb traps. Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a little kobold body, and then we're gonna give him like a bandolier that's just covered in potions. And then on his back, he's just going to have a big vat. Like a big cauldron of crap. Just bubbling away. Yep, Jumper does it all the time. Really fun. Really fun. I had a goblin character once that did that a lot. Spent all their money on bear traps. Took like 3 feats to be able to throw the bear traps. No, I did not make bear trap armor because once again, I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, that there's an enchantment for which is armor in general. I think it's storing. And so you can put a spell into the armor. Excuse me, hold on. Got a frog in my throat. I let it go, don't worry. You put storing on the armor, so it's an enchantment, and then you can put a spell into it, and whenever the armor is hit, so you take damage, the spell is expended. So you can have like shield spell saved or like a fireball spell saved. I like to put things like shock and grasp into it. I think that's really fun. So when someone hits you, it does like lightning damage to the attackers. I think that's a really cool concept. And I've done it as an item a few times. Like, oh, this thing, whatever, you can augment your armor with it to infuse one spell into your armor. That, I think, would be a better way to do the bear trap armor. Just mechanically that already exists. But if you really wanted to make bear trap armor, my issue with it, because I like returning damage. I think thorns is a really cool mechanic. The problem with the bear trap is, one, I feel like it would only be effective on grapples if they went right at you. Like, and if you have a giant bear trap on your chest, like the chances that you're gonna kill yourself with that, I think are much, much higher than the chance that someone's going to get trapped in it. So, like, part of me wants to reward the players that came up with that. Like, yeah, sure, go for it. Make bear traps or mouse traps all over your armor. But at the same time, like, like the logistics of trying to make that work without violently hitting yourself or capturing your own arm in a bear trap, it just doesn't seem worthwhile to me. So I'd really have to sit down and talk to the player about what they wanted. Because, like, straight up damage returned, no. Grapple, maybe, but then you're both grappled. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Bear traps are also really finicky, like, but that's just me, like, knowing how traps work a little bit. Not like I've used them a lot. I know I've seen a couple and they're terrifying, and I don't wanna dick around with them too much. So if you know more about bear traps, how stable is a bear trap if you say, I don't know, fling it around on a chain? Don't try that at home. Please don't try that at home. I just want to know if anybody has tried that. That's what I'm asking for. This is a survey, not a please try. Don't do that. Don't use bear traps. Bear traps are dangerous and bad. Not very good. Yeah? What am I hearing? Like, is there more to that? That sounds like a great idea. Oh, you cut out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds as intended. Like, that's perfect. I would absolutely augment that with storing, especially for a spike barbarian. Like, I would almost do it as an amulet, like do a spell storing amulet, so that they don't have to have armor, and then that way they can. Yeah, or you could even do it as an augmentation of that ability. So, like, whenever they would return damage because they're a spiked barbarian, you could augment it with, like, add 1d4 fire damage, add 1d4 ice damage. So that way it's, like, tailored to the character, and they still have some, like, versatility with what they're doing with it. I really like that kind of item development when it directly augments a player's ability. It is more specialized, so, like, you couldn't, pass that around to the group, or you could, I guess, and then two people could have thorns. but yeah, I think that's great. Let me cut out there again. I heard, why'd you spark? Well, so the Pathfinder answer for that was why they can specialize in that is that spiked armor is a weapon. It is a specific weapon type. So, like, someone with martial, or it's an exotic weapon, basically, is how it is. So you have to specialize in it specifically to know how to use them properly. So it's just like the equivalent of using, like, a really, really unique sword or dare I say nunchucks. Like nunchucks can be effective, but there's also a high chance of you whapping yourself in the face if you don't know how to use them. So with Pathfinder, you can either take weapon training specifically, like a feat for it, to know how to use spiked armor, and then you get bonuses to grapple checks and damage on grapple checks and stuff. Or they count as an improvised weapon. And so with 5e, I would either say that you have to buy specific armor and be proficient with martial weapons and some other things to make those effective, or they have to be, like, custom fit for you, so that you know how they're set up. There's a lot of ways around that. Or they're just an improvised weapon, and at which point, you know, it's an improvised weapon at a D4 damage. Like, not too many people would do that for, you know, at a disadvantage without taking the time to do it. So it's basically preventing everybody from having thorns damage is why they do that way. Because otherwise, yeah, every monk, priest, and cleric in town would just cover their armor in spikes and be like, oh, we always return damage now. It's like, that's not fair. I once played a homebrew hedgehog race that basically has constant spike armor. Nothing could hit her. That's pretty funny. I like that. I like the little hedgehog idea. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing for, like, why martial weapons exist. It's like, because at the end of the day, if everyone could just use a greatsword, everyone would just use a greatsword. Like, why not take the highest damage possible? Why not always buy spiked armor? And so with Pathfinder, a lot of times when I try to make a tank character, I just go for it. I say, yeah, I want my armor to have spikes on it. Give me that advantage. I always buy spiked gauntlets because I want my melee weapons, or if I have to punch somebody, I want them to feel it. You might as well if you have the ability to do so. I like the idea that, like, spiked armor gives you, like, some intimidating. This doesn't look right. What am I doing wrong with this eye? Can someone give me a lizard picture real quick, or a crocodile? I think it's supposed to be, like, back here. Might be what I'm doing wrong. Whoop! We lost somebody. Sadly, the DM dropped the game after the third session. That's a bummer. That's a bummer to hear. Oh, I got this. Oh my god, those eyes are huge. That's fine. That's how flippers work. I don't see why that would be an issue. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just, like, basically you could count that as a swimming kit and just be done with it. Like, 20 gold, and here you get plus $2 or advantage on swim checks. Oh, that looks super cool too. Dang it. I'm going to go ahead and do this. But bear trap armor's okay. Is that what you're saying? Like, you're opposed to flippers, but you're okay with bear trap armor? What's... Nebby, didn't you already suggest something? If you're not, I will definitely draw that. You didn't. I like it. Alright, Celestial. Tiefling. Okay, I want to do one more. Oh, should I do like a potion beer cap for this guy? Is that what we need? He's just got little... He's got little potions here, and then he's just got, like, a straw. No, you don't. But yeah, I'm fine with that too, actually. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and put on your flippers and jump off a building, don't do this, by the way. I'm being hyperbolic. To see if it helps you fly, it won't. Don't do that. Hashtag not being serious. There's a big difference between scuba gear and hang gliding gear. That being said, hang gliding gear exists, and if you want like an item that gives you slow fall, yeah, do it. That's fine. I think that's legit. Yeah, it's called a wingsuit. Yeah. was, but yeah, I mean, so but saying that because you're allowing a swimmer's kit, you have to allow a squirrel suit. That's not true at all. Like everything has to be discussed and talked about, like on a per basis, for that exact reason. Yeah, wingsuits are really cool. Really cool. I would not use one, I think, unless my life depended on it. So. All right. Once again, I don't want to use the absolutes here today about you should, everybody, all the time. I see. Bags of holding are a thing. Yeah. If you want to build a wingsuit in Pathfinder, like you could literally just have a ring of featherfall and do the exact same thing. Like I don't see the necessity to make it more complicated. Yep. Cloak of the Manta Ray. What's the other one? Because I think there is one that gives you a cloak that gives you featherfall. I can't remember what it's called though. Boop boop. Yeah, if you don't want to use magic but you want to cheat around the system, then you just want to use magic. That's just being Half-orc sorcerer. Oh, you're doing the half-orc sorcerer. All right. Goliath. Chef. Goliath chef. Oh, man. Well, what if they do get the thing, though? Like, I'd like to make a tinkering check to make my parachute. It's like, okay, roll it. I rolled a 5. Great, you have a parachute. No, I mean, I'm saying, like, the thing with tinkering is there's always a chance of failure, right? Like, so if you're banking on the fact that your character just made a wingsuit with unknowing whether or not it succeeded, I don't know if I'd use the wingsuit. like, well, time to try it. And it's like, oh no, it's just goldfish all over again. Yeah. Yeah, I really think the answer here is there's no reason not to allow this stuff. You just have to, just have to do it properly. Let's give this guy an apron. Why are you schooling us today? I just want to talk about a chef. Let's talk about the chef. How do I make a Goliath chef barbarian? Wait, how would I make? I guess he could be a chef and a barbarian. Maybe he's got a giant frying pan. That could be fun. Yep, one more thing. Go for it. No. I don't see why flippers... I mean, if they're aquatic already and they have a swim speed, then they have already gotten the benefits that flippers would give them. I think flippers would probably give you advantage on swim-based checks, just like a climber's kit gives you advantage on climbing checks. At that point... I mean, on the alternative, if you want to do something that you want to build an item that would give you more speed... Sure, like, just have that be the thing. Like, while you're wearing these flippers, they require you to, take time to put them on. You gain, like, 10 speed in the water. I think that's fine. So, I mean, I think that's a legit trade-off. Because, once again, sure, you get 10 feet of bonus swim speed. You lose half your speed while walking in flippers. Like, it's impossible to run in flippers. And if you think that's not true, fight me on it. I don't know. I've never been able to run fast in flippers, so until someone proves me otherwise, I will stick with that. Yeah, I've done it. It's not fun. Flap, 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 fall over. That's how that works. That might be, yeah. I think just it's a matter of balancing. I wouldn't allow it to double your speed. That doesn't make sense. Like, a good pair of running shoes doesn't double your land speed. I guess the magical version does. Boots of leaping and sprinting, sure. Yep, that's because D&D is lazy. Dwarves aren't technically small. Like, they're not small creatures. They're just small, medium-sized creatures. I actually talked with someone about this yesterday. Like, dwarves are surprisingly quick. Dwarves are also can't be encumbered, so it's constant. It's a constant speed. It's like a mine cart. You can't get it to stop once you get it going. Dwarves are natural sprinters. That's exactly what I was thinking of right there. I was like, I know it's Lord of the Rings. I can't think of the quote. Natural sprinters. Yeah, I think with I think dwarves are just supposed to be considered like always having their heavy armor. Like, if you're a dwarf not wearing heavy armor, there's something wrong with you. So, but then they're not encumbered by the armor. So I don't know. The chef must have a giant radish as a weapon. I'm okay with that. We'll do that. Being nimble. Yeah, I think it's something interesting with dwarves that I don't know if has been looked at, since they can't be encumbered, and maybe that's not a thing anymore. I don't know where I'm pulling that from. Because they're huge. Because they're huge. Yeah, there's a lot of balancing that has to go on when it comes to movement speed, and I think the the 5e kind of, I want to say gentrification, but that's not really the right term, I don't think, where everyone is medium, right? Kind of screwed up a lot of that, the necessity for any of that. It's like everyone has this, everyone has 25. It was like, so they kind of squished everything together in the middle, and then anything that would have been faster or slower kind of got screwed up. And so with smaller creatures, as they get smaller, they start getting faster, but they're also smaller and have to cover the same amount of ground. Larger creatures, same thing. They get slower, but they have longer reach, so it generally balances out. But then you get things like cheetahs, right? It's still the same size creature as like a wolf. Shouldn't it be faster? Should it not be faster? Are we talking about can they maintain this? Like horses can run huge amounts of distance, but as soon as you throw that into a combat situation, it gets really weird. So I mean, it's one of those weird things. Hold up, be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, where'd my pen go? There it is. Okay, giant radish. How do I want to do a giant radish? Dwarves have curses or like cursed swords? Wait, what? My favorite bit about Lore's dwarves is their curses. Like, dwarven cussing? Oh, yeah, are we talking about like... Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. Get a giant radish, and then we're just gonna skewer it. Except I didn't do that right. That should be... Oh, that's fine. We'll do that. He's got a giant radish. Radish hammer. We'll give it a little bit of transition here. White on bottom, right? I think they're white on bottom, red on top. We'll give him... He's got to have big old chunky rock bits coming out of his arms because that's how Goliaths are supposed to be. Supposed to do. Some Norse lore, dwarves have magics people who slap cursed magics on all their items. Interesting. That's a weird sentence. Are magical people who slap weird curses. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Dragon Age. There we go. Yeah. I don't remember what we're talking about anymore, to be totally honest. I went up to get the door, and now I don't remember what we were talking about with dwarves. That they're slow? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish that movement speed was based on something else besides just like, oh, racial things. But I think that's what the... I have to look this up. Are dwarves not able to be encumbered? Is that something that I made up completely? Where is that from? Alright. Base speed. Slow and steady. Dwarves have a base speed of 20 feet, but their speed is never modified by armor or encumbrance. So that is from Pathfinder. I like that. I like that about dwarves from Pathfinder. Is that it's less that they're... I mean, that's exactly what you said. Like, so they're slow, but they're slow because they are super steady. That being said, I don't see why you couldn't flavor the, like, oh, this dwarf is a marathon runner, so he can be slightly faster. That's fine. Same thing with a kobold. If you want a kobold that runs faster, great. They're going to have to give something up for it or take something as a feat. Like, level 3, take Sprinter. Now you're faster. Problem solved. Should a kobold be faster than a dwarf? Yeah, they are. Done. Like, that's it. Not a problem at all. However they move around, that's up to you. It doesn't really matter if they're on their switching to quadrupedal or not. Because they're stocky, slow and steady. Because they built like bricks. That and they keep tripping over their beard. Yeah. I've never had my hair so long that I've, like, sat on it. I remember one of my sister had really, really long hair, and she would like lean on it on a chair with her elbow and then like try to move her head away. I would laugh at her all the time for that. So I vaguely remember that happening. All right. Yep, go catch you later. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That was the chef. I just wrote down Vanara. I hope someone actually suggested that. Because I haven't drawn Vanara in a while. Okay. I think that was the only... Yeah, alright. Lincoln, Vanara. Yeah, we can draw Vanara. I wonder if I should spend a little while just doing, like, portraits. I guess that's kind of all I do sometimes, but I need to get better at drawing faces. Like, that's really something I want to get better at. Sounds cool. Are we playing on Saturday? Okay. I would say you're very welcome to promote it in the channel if that's what they're looking for. I probably wouldn't go this week, just because it's kind of short notice. But nice. Rare. It'd be cool to see their stuff. See if that's something that would be cool to do. All right, Venara. Let's talk about Venaras a little more. Old Monkey King ears. Let's do a bun. I think Venaras with buttons look pretty great. Of course, maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe they should be fuzzy all over. I like the little bald-ish monkeys. Monkey folk. Let's do something like. Yeah. Let's do that. Have you worked at all on the anything for the Kickstarter? You had any inspiration? Nice. That's a good reason to do that. I really wanted to get out another video on Friday, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get there. I want to so bad. So bad. Well, I might do that today and see how far I get. Basically have. Yeah. I didn't give him any head here. He doesn't have any back of his head. He only has the front. That's better. Okay, give him a big old. I guess monkeys. Do monkeys have long necks? Chimps have long necks. I need a picture, like a picture of a Capuchin monkey or something. There's a Kickstarter? Xanthos? Yeah, so we're working on a, thank you. I hope I am one of the coolest YouTubers ever. I don't know if that's true. But no, we're working on a Kickstarter for next month for, Zine Quest, I think is what it's called. So we're talking about setting something up for that. So we're trying to design I'm trying to design with the help of everybody else. So we're kind of designing. I don't know what everyone else is doing actually. A job board. I'm trying to make a job board for like a tavern for a D&D game. I think that would be really fun. So that's what we're working on. I'm working on that. I hope everyone else is working on it too. Otherwise, I'm going to be the only one doing stuff. But that's okay. Like I said, Druid, if you're working on your other stuff, definitely have that take priority. I don't want to make it feel like everyone has to do it. So. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I want to see your video. I think your video is going to be pretty awesome. Plus, if you have a YouTube channel, I can start like pushing out. Go check out Druid's channel. Okay, what else can I do to make this look awesome? I want this to be like a split shirt. I'm just going to put some stitches up here. Do the same thing over here. You know what? Let's Monkey King it up. I think all of Inara's should have gold banded headbands per the Monkey King. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Minotaur video is where I started watching. That's good. I hope you like the Minotaur video. I still want to go back one of these days and like redo the art for it, just because that was one of my first videos, and it would be fun to revisit it. I started revisiting it a while ago, and then I got distracted. And I say things like that. Yeah. I say things like that, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I want to get a video out in 2 days. I should rework the Minotaur video. So I don't know which one of those is the problem, but I tend to do stuff like that all the time. All right. So I think that's going to be... I was thinking about doing that with the Kobold video, specifically because I had the animation, and I have the animation done already for the Twitch emotes, and I could use that footage of me making the animation for a new Kobold video, because it is a different design. But I don't have anything I wanted to say more about Kobolds yet, so I might, maybe in the future. Maybe in the future we'll play with that. Okay. Yeah. All right. There we go. I think that's pretty good. I think the Minotaur video is maybe the Kobold video could be redone. Yeah, I definitely think the Kobold video could be revisited. Those are really early on videos. Okay, half-elf bartender. I hope it's okay that I skipped that one, because I think you're doing a better job than I would in my the 10 minutes I'm going to give it. So I hope they whoever asked for the half-orc sorcerer, I hope they're okay with Druid drawing it. So I think it looks great. Spoon Boy, I see what you're trying to do there. Divine sorcerer, but the parents are biblical angels. We'll see what happens. I think that I'll write that one down. I still have 3 left, and I have 30 minutes. So we'll see if we get to it. But I will write it down for you. I think that's probably going to be the last one. Asimar, sorcerer. Lots of sorcerers today. What's everybody playing sorcerers for? Did something new come out? Did I miss it? I'm just gonna write down right next to Asimar sorcerer ribbons, and we're gonna go with that. 4 faces. Lots of sorcerers though. I should probably play a sorcerer again. I tend to not do that though. Although it would be fun to make a Magus sword sorcerer or something. Sword warlock multi-classing. Yeah, that's the way to do it. When do these streams happen, by the way? I love to chime in whenever they happen. So generally, Wednesday and Friday, we do the YouTube streams because, like I said at the beginning of the stream, YouTube is being real weird. So Wednesday, we do the viewer suggestions. Friday, we do the free draw, where people can come in and draw with us. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I'm on Twitch at the same time. And we're just, we just do kind of weird stuff on Twitch. What did we do yesterday? We worked on the character art for George's art challenge. That was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually my kind of work experimental days. And then Wednesdays and Fridays are the community days, which we try to do stuff like this. So, yeah. You're very welcome to come join us on Twitch. as long as YouTube keeps functioning, because for about a week there, I just couldn't get it to work. It is what it is. Yeah. Like I said today, they added the ability to raid other people's channels, which is not something I needed on YouTube. I just needed to remember my settings. That would be real nice if it could do that. So I don't have to spend, a minute every day clicking the same 5 goddamn buttons over and over again. Yep. You know what I have to do on Twitch? Change the title, and that's it. Change the title, push the button, done. YouTube, I have to log into YouTube, I have to click on the things, I have to add the buttons, change the titles, change the description, go down, turn on all the switches, make sure it's in the right playlist. Oh, but I can rate other people now, so that was my rant for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. In games, do you feel like players should have the opinion to play almost whatever they want, as in race, lineage, ancestry, or should players be restricted to human? I want a goblin to be monstrous in my game. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen any of my videos, I love monsters characters. I think it depends on your DM. Not all players, or not all characters fit for all campaigns. Like if your DM wants to run a human-centric game where you are in a human-only town, do that. And then just say, sorry, I don't want you guys playing goblins. And if you're only wanting to play goblin, don't play that campaign. No D&D is better than bad D&D. So if you're not into the campaign or into the character choices, it's just not the game for you. And that's totally fine. So I don't think people should be restricted, but at the same time, if that's what you're trying to play, if you're trying to play a very restrictive game, just find the players that want to do that. I hope that answered your question. I hope that makes sense. How do you like this device? Yeah. Yeah, Druid agrees. Druid also agrees. I don't know why I'm giving this bartender up like a captain. A captain suit. Nah, maybe that's not right for a bartender. What should we do for a bartender? What would a bartender would be wearing like an apron again. So we have the cook anyways. So let's change this up. Also, this arm is going to be in the way of most of it anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do this. We'll put the arm over here. Make the forearm like that. Woo, that's not how forearms work. Okay. Shaking that martini glass. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that on YouTube. Can I shake martini glasses? You don't know what's in here. It could be magic potions or something. You don't know. So that's a good point. It's a mead shaker. I requested the half-orc sword. Oh, there you go. Corvus is, you're drawing Corvus's suggestion, so. Maybe a bartender has a suit. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about. Like, I almost wanted, maybe I'll give him a tie. Give her a tie here. I don't know if there are ties in D&D, but there are now. And then we'll do like a big smock here. We'll just have it come down this way. That's fair, yeah. We'll do this. We'll give her a big neck, like neck floof. It looks like a turtleneck. I've just given them a turtleneck. Sure, why not? We'll give poofy sleeves too. I went from one kind of pirate to the other. I don't know what's going on with me today. Draw the triangle. There we go. Ooh, that's not good. I'm struggling. I'm running out of juice. Running out of steam here. Which that happens. I just gotta slow down, is what I gotta do. I've hit that weird moment between too much caffeine and not enough caffeine. You either gotta speed up or slow down, but you can't stay here. I think I am gonna give it up. We'll find out. I think next week is gonna be a green tea week. We'll see if my productivity goes up or down. We'll go from there. Ooh, that's a very masculine chin I've drawn on this bartender. Well, that's okay. No, that's your choice. I'm gonna get rid of this puffy neck. I don't like the puffy neck anymore. I do like this puffy sleeve for some reason, though. I usually don't like puffy sleeves. How does that look? Does that face match the body? Not really. I'm not sure what's happened here, but that's because this body is too twisted. That's what we done did. That's what we done did. You know what? Boom! We're gonna start over. I say as I said, I'm only gonna do 10 minutes per drawing here. We're gonna redo it. We're gonna redo it. We're gonna do it way better. I'm going to keep the poofy sleeves. I kind of like that. I thought that was really fun. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go more barmaid style. Big old poofy sleeves here. Maybe still have the necktie, though. You know? Why not? She do what you want. Can't stop her. This is an upscale establishment. Very suit and tie only. Okay, we'll do this. That looks good. We'll go like that, and we'll put the apron back on. Yeah. It's just gonna be like a very. There we go. We got the apron coming down. This looks much better. I'm much happier with this. And then we're going to go ahead and make a giant mug. Some foamy. Big old mug of... That's not good. Blech, can't even talk now. Mug of suds. It's a soap in a jar. That's what she's serving. And no, nothing else illicit, just big old cup of soap. Don't drink soap. I guess I could also say don't drink mead. But, you know, whatever. YouTube's a weird place where you can't really tell people to do things or not to do things. Please use your best judgment and, you know, drink responsibly. That seems like a good... That seems safe for me to say. Don't drink soap. Don't drink soap, people. Come on. and then nose. All right. If I have to go on the internet and tell people not to drink soap, I'm going to be real upset. Okay. Let's darken up the leather apron. I think that's fine. Give it a little knot tie here. Well, it doesn't look quite right. Whoop, whoop. There we go. All right. Bartender, done. If I buy something from your shop, the proceeds go to you, right? Correct. Yeah, they do indeed. Just breathing gets you banned from YouTube and Twitter. Just breathe. Depends on how you're breathing, I suppose. So that's that. Let's do that. Let's go. Oh, I missed Tabaxi, didn't I? No, we just did that. Okay. We did the Sorcerer Bard, so now I need to do a Tabaxi. I have 3 more now, so that's fine. Let's do a quick Tabaxi. Well, let's do a good Tabaxi, since there was no real specifications with this. I need to get some of my prints up in the store. I think that's probably the next thing I need to do. Just got my printer functioning again. I hope it holds out. That's the problem, is I don't want to start selling prints and have my printer poop out. I keep forgetting to go to like Kinko's or something and do some test prints. Also, if you want to join the Patreon, you can just download all the print files. You can print off however you want. So I'm okay with that. Patreon members have access to the PNGs, so they don't have the background on them. Doing like a rugby Tabaxi here. You know what? Let's give him a tie too. Why not? It's a tie day. Business cat. Little business cat with a blip. Oh, I'm super zoomed in. I'm so sorry. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I like the ice stuff. It looks great. Patreon set up so well. If so, the only invitation to the arcade tricksters. Is that the Tabaxi that I suggested? Was there an addition to Tabaxi? Did I miss something for it? Definitely, I think it's the one you suggested. I'm not sure who suggested the Tabaxi now. I tend to lose the chat from time to time about where I'm at. That's why I write everything down on a note card, but I don't always write it down the right way. So, Skip Cat, what's your face look like? Okay, that's what I thought. You're very sleepy today, Skip Cat. I don't have the cat cam set up yet. I had it set up, but I've not set it up for YouTube. I'll have to get that going eventually. I think people should be getting their Patreon rewards today or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, I think, should be the earliest people will start getting them. So keep your eyes out for that if you are a Patreon member of Bugbear or higher. Should have some sweet stuff coming in the mail. I've discovered I'm not good at post officing. I tried to get all my labels printed out from home, and then at the end when I'm like, okay, these are all the labels I need, and I printed them, or I tried to print them, I couldn't figure out where to print them from, and I was like, what? And they're like, okay, enjoy those labels, and I'm like, no, I didn't get them. And they're like, here you go. Do you need to print more labels? I'm like, yes, I need to print my labels. And it's like, where do you want to send them? I'm like, no, I already did this part. Dang it. So I ended up having to go to the post office anyways, and just mailed them from the post office, and had to cancel all of my the labels. I was just like, dang it, I don't know how this happened. Like, I'm pretty computer literate, but apparently not post office literate, so that's fun. Yeah, I mean, I think I have an idea of what should have happened, and it just didn't. Like, I was like, there should be a button or a selection here for me to select this and print the label out, but I could not find it. Could not find it. Sure. Yep. I know for a fact that I've been hired many times to make websites, and I hate doing it. I just hate doing it, but it's like, I mean, it's a job, and I was like, here you go, it functions. It's not great. Sorry, that's what you're paid for. All right, there you go. That's a skip cat tabaxi. Little fishing rod is cute. Their name is Sir Ben Beansworth. That's pretty good. I like that. I feel like Beansworth needs a hat or a helmet or something. What would you put on a cat helmet? A Tabaxi Cavalier or a Tabaxi Knight would be pretty awesome. I'd be pretty happy with that. Look, Celestial Tiefling. Celestial Tiefling. Ooh, that's going to be weird. Okay, we can do it. Isn't a Celestial Tiefling just an Aasimar? I mean, like, I guess it doesn't have to be. But in my mind, they are. Yeah, I mean, I'm very old school when it comes to tieflings. And that tieflings are very variable. I'm gonna give them a halo. Very straight horns. I feel like my pen is too big right now. Let's change that a little bit. A tiny little helmet in the shape of a fish. Then it's just going to look like there's a fish on his head, because I'm going to do a catfish. We'll put a feather on top. Oh, I drew it on the wrong layer anyways. Whatever. We're going to move on. I got to move on. Okay, Celestial Tiefling. Here we go. I almost want to do a very boxy maybe kind of regal looking. Aasimar and tieflings are outsider variants of a specific type. in my mind. Wing. Do something like that. Ooh, okay, I have an idea. I'm going to keep the kind of goat ears. Then I'm going to go for a little bit of like justice. I guess that's kind of Illidan based, isn't it? If I do the headband. You are not prepared. Or am I? Nope. Very rarely am I prepared. Crap, I have to figure out for the game tomorrow. I still need to set up the encounter. If there's going to be an encounter, we'll find out. Is this body pose wrong? That's true. We had one shopping episode, I think. Maybe. I think I'm going to try to get the live plays up on YouTube here soon. But I would also like to do something special for him, you know? Like, I don't want it to just be my Rook logo and then 2 hours of live play. I don't think I can do like an animation for him or anything, but I want something. Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe no eyes. Maybe we just don't do eyes. Yeah, we can do eyes. It's fine. Yeah, this is a tough one. It's very contradictive. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go Diablo. Diablo 2 Angels, which is just flowy, glowy hair. The Demon Hordes. There we go. That's not too bad. Think you're done? What happened to these lips right now? Okay, that looks really good. That looks super good. You want me to print it? Should we print it and send it to Corvus? That's true. Yeah, post it to Discord draw and then Corvus can print it himself. Why are we doing extra work? Get out of here. Okay, we're going to do that. Go like this. I'm going to try to keep split aesthetic here. I'm going to do a little hand over here. There you go. That's the seal of approval for Druid. I figure since I'm posting it in the Discord and Draw, my name's on it, so I hope that counts. Okay, we'll do that. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to give her... She's got like some kind of holy... this could be like a sacred weapon going on here. And then we'll just do like a regular sword over here. Just real quick. Kind of want to make this armor. I'm going to do this into a... That's probably going to be good. We can do like little tiny shoulder pauldrons here. Have them cross over this way. I think that's going to have to call it because we are running out of time. I have 1 minute to do the last one. But I hope that works for your celestial ASMR. Tiefling, sorry. Watch the Tiefling video. I hope that'll make more sense. Or the ASMR video, either way. They're kind of the same video, but not really. I'm going to do this, make this eye actually like a thing. We could do that, and we'll go like that, and we'll do this and that, and we'll call it good. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doop. Sure. Okay. There we go. Very cool. Good. Why did you like that one? And then now we have the ASMR that is ribbons. I don't know if people... Yeah, there's a lot of weird... descriptions, biblical descriptions of angels. And to me, it always sounds like, you know, if there was an argument for us to be in a simulation, that's it. Because it really sounds like Avatar texture breaking when people kind of describe it. It's like, there were four people standing in it, but all facing different directions. It's like, so they were billboarding? They were just billboarding four avatars in the same spot. It's like, it sounds like God was trying to like figure the code out and just like, damn it, why is this doing this? Yeah, that's it. You know, the biblical patch notes of... I still like that the color blue didn't really exist for a long time. Like, oh, we patched the color blue so it shows properly now. Okay, so this is going to get real weird, so everyone just hang tight. Which I think was the purpose of this suggestion, but we're going to do it real fast. We're going to do just dark eyes. And then all of this is on fire. Yep, we're just going to end it. What's Chris Pratt say? I'm going to make some weird shit. Here we go. Well, yeah, we'll just do this. We'll have the wings coming out of their eyes, because that's a thing. And then we'll just put one big eyeball right here. Let's go like an Eye of Sauron. Thank you, Corvus, for the reference. Yeah, Bayonetta uses old school biblical symbology, which I think is a pretty cool idea. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people try to do the very like angelic representation, which I don't want to. It's not Renaissance based, is it? When did they start doing that? There was a very cherubs are very romantic era. I don't know. This is something like that I'm really into, like kind of occulty stuff, but I don't look into it very hard. Every now and then I'll just like fall down the rabbit hole on YouTube and be like, yeah, that's cool, I like that, and then I forget about it. I completely forget about it because I don't really commit it to memory. It's just like the same thing with the cryptid stuff. Like I love the cryptid designs and the the stories people tell about the cryptids, but I don't remember them. Like, it's not something I'm super good at. History is not my strong suit. I'm very. That's what I got. That's what I got in a 5-minute sketch. So there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's some weird things. We kind of weirdly devolved. I do like the Skip Cat. That was fun. That's good stuff today. Tomorrow is there. I said yesterday that there was going to be a Twitch stream, but I don't think I'm going to Twitch stream it. I guess we could. Twitch stream it, but tomorrow is the Patreon's D&D day. So I do have a D&D group set up for Thursday tomorrow, and that will most likely just be on Discord, and then I'll release it later on YouTube, I hope, in the next few weeks. That's a whole project, which maybe I'll work on that next week, try to get that set up. But aside from that, Friday we'll be back here on YouTube, and we will be doing the free draw. If you'd like to come draw with us, there's a link, or there will be a link in the Discord on Friday, so if you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, Patreon members are always welcome to come and draw with us whenever we're drawing. So, and Aggie. Aside from that, check out the shop. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the videos. And until next time, keep your dice on the table, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.